From W.B. Mason Stadium on the campus of Stonehill College, it's Stoughton Black Knights football on Stoughton Media Access.
Go boys!
And hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Vecchione with the play-by-play of Stoughton Black Knights football. Stoughton comes into the game with a record of 4-1. They won on this field last week against Canton, 12-0. Tonight's opponent, the North Attleboro Rocketeers, they are a perennial powerhouse, and they come in with a record of 3-0 in the Davenport. Stoughton is 2-1, one of three teams tied at 2-1. There are similarities between these two teams, two excellent quarterbacks and two very good defenses. Big game tonight for Stoughton against North Attleboro. We'll be back with the kickoff momentarily. And welcome to W.B. Mason Stadium. I'm Steve Vecchione. North Attleboro won the coin toss. They will defer, so they will be kicking to Stoughton as we get set to start this game. A huge matchup for Stoughton. It's a very clear and comfortable evening. It's 55 degrees. Again, Stoughton one game back in the Davenport division behind North Attleboro. They're tied with Milford and tied with Foxborough, a team they lost to 2 weeks ago. They will play at Milford coming up next week. This is a big game. If Stoughton comes away with the win, they will tie North Attleboro in the standings.
Here we go.
And then we'll have a free-for-all in the last week. We'll go through the standings and the schedule throughout the game. But kicking off for North Attleboro is Jeff Wilson. We've got Jean Roux and Ruben Gonzalez back for Stoughton. Big matchup between the Red Rocketeers. Don Johnson, the head coach, 73-22 since taking over as the head coach in 2009. The kickoff, that's Roux fielding it on the 11. He goes up the middle, cuts to his left. Jean Roux down the sideline. Big gain inside the 45 of North Attleboro, down to the 41. Excellent return by Jean Roux, who had a big week in the first week of the season against Franklin.
Jeff Wilson there with an excellent...
But has not done a whole lot since, but a great way to start for Stoughton. They are on the North Attleboro 42. Jeff Wilson made the tackle, the kicker. So now it's 1st and 10 for Stoughton on the North Attleboro 42. Great field position to start this game, exactly what Stoughton needed. Here's Evan Gibb, the quarterback. Takes a snap, rolls to his right on the first play. He is going to throw along the sideline, and that's a completion for Ruben Gonzalez. First down inside the 30.
First down.
So Gibb had the option to run there, but he saw Gonzalez wide open.
One down, and Black Knights...
Ball marked at the 29, a 13-yard pickup. Evan Gibb to Ruben Gonzalez. Gibb is throwing for a 63.1 completion percentage, 500 yards on top of the 13 on that play. 513 for the season, 3 touchdowns for Evan Gibb. He's also rushing for 5 yards per carry. It's 1st and 10 for Stoughton. 2 big plays to start. That's Shoquist up the middle, battling for a couple. Tugging at Shoquist was Ryan Clemente of North Attleboro, who is a terrific defensive lineman.
Pulling Shoquist back.
So Stoughton gets about a yard on that. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So Jean Roux set the tone here with a huge kickoff return into North Attleboro territory. A 1st down pass from Gibb to Gonzalez. It's now 2nd down and 9 on the North Attleboro 28. Shoquist is behind Gibb. 2 receivers out to the left on 2nd and 9. Gibb rolls to his left this time. Looks downfield and has Gonzalez on the far side. Nice play, and that'll be another 1st down. So Evan Gibb to Gonzalez, that connection has worked out for 2 passes.
First down.
2 first down completions.
Buckley with the tackle.
That was a 12-yard completion from the 28 to the 16. So Gibb rolled to his right earlier in this drive, completed one to Gonzalez. Then he rolled to his left and completed one to Gonzalez. This is Shoquist with a good carry inside the 10 along the far side. He gets close to the 8. About an 8-yard gain. It'll be second down. We'll call it 2. And let's see where they place it.
Looked like quite enough for the first down. We're going to the 17, and it's going to be second and 1.
It's on the 7-yard line. We'll call that a 9-yard gain for Shoquist with 9:18 left in the first quarter. Stoughton taking advantage of an Ajan Rue kickoff return into North Attleboro territory. They've had 2 Evan Gibb to Ruben Gonzalez completions for first downs, and now they have a 2nd and 1 on the North Attleboro 7. Out to the right is Sanda, and now a timeout by the officials. And I think Stoughton called time. They were having issues with their alignment.
Okay, 2nd and 2 on the 7, not the 7, not the 17. Correction.
8:59 left in the first quarter. Stoughton on the move on the first drive of the game. Stoughton opened its season by beating Franklin at Randolph High School 28-14. They won the next week 28-14 against Catholic Memorial. A loss to Foxborough, but then 2 shutout wins against Sharon and Canton. It's 2nd and 2. They tried to go up the middle there.
Up the middle, looks like he might have got there.
Close to a first down.
Big Red's defensive line holding them right around the 5.
Some deception on that running play. Close to the 6.
Not quite
And
enough,
that's
so that'll
going to
bring
be
it to
3rd down and
3rd down and a short
inches.
one.
3rd and inches. Shoquist might see this carry, or it could be a sneak by Gibb to get the first. Let's see what they do. It is a sneak by Gibb, but a whistle on that 3rd and very short. North Attleboro was able to get a timeout before they snapped it. So just before Gibb ran for the first down on the sneak, North Attleboro got the timeout. So again, just setting the scene, it's 3rd and inches on the 6-yard line of North Attleboro. Davenport division implications in this game. North Attleboro leads the Davenport with a 3-0 record. Stoughton, Milford, and Foxborough are tied at 2-1. Canton and Sharon are 0-3. Let's say Stoughton wins this game tonight. Then next week, it will be very interesting. Stoughton is at Milford. Tonight, Milford is hosting Foxborough, the 2 teams tied with Stoughton. The winner of that game will go to 3-1. Again, as I said, Stoughton is at Milford next week. You have Canton at North Attleboro next week, and North Attleboro will be favored in that game. Canton is 0-3 coming into this week. As Sharon will be at Foxborough. Foxborough should be the favorite in that, with Sharon not having won in the division yet this season as well. So it's wide open if Stoughton can get this win. Long way to go. This is the first drive of the game. 3rd down and inches as we resume out of the timeout. Gibb gives. They go up the middle for the first down.
First down.
1st and goal. So the Knights on the move here.
Right around the 3.
We'll call it on the 3-yard line after that run up the middle. 1st and goal on the 3. 2 first down completions to Ruben Gonzalez have been the highlights of this drive so far after the Ajan Rue kickoff return. Now it's 1st and goal on the 3. Gibb takes it. Not much doing on that carry. Shoquist push back. 2nd and goal coming up. In the Division III South standings, North Attleboro is 2 and Stoughton is 4. The Boston Herald rankings have North Attleboro 2 and Stoughton 3. In the top 25 rankings by the Herald, the Eastern Massachusetts rankings, North Attleboro is 11 and Stoughton is 23. So these are 2 teams that have really excelled to this point this season. It's 2nd and goal. Shoquist for the touchdown. Alex Showquist from 2 yards away, and Stoughton with the opening drive leading 6-0. So the extra point coming up. Josh Kochi.
Josh Kochi lining up for the extra point attempt.
And the extra point by Kochi
And it's good.
is good. He is now 7 for 9. The score on the Alex Showquist touchdown, Stoughton 7, North Attleboro nothing. So a big start for Stoughton as Jean Roux took the kickoff into North Attleboro territory, and Stoughton was able to go 42 yards. 2 Evan Gibb completions, one to the right side, one to the left for Ruben Gonzalez. Then they were able to run the ball effectively, and Alex Showquist taking it along the far side, scoring from 2 yards away. And for Alex Showquist, he's having an outstanding season. That is his 4th touchdown of the season coming into the game. He was averaging 6.5 yards per carry.
That's exactly what he did.
7-0 Stoughton. So North Attleboro deferred. They kicked to Stoughton, and Stoughton took advantage of getting the ball first in this game.
Started that drive on the 42. And Showquist runs it on the outside for the score. Josh Kochi's kick.
Brendan McHugh will field this kickoff from Josh Kochi. Brendan McHugh, the junior. It's a short kick. McHugh will come up and field it, take it up the middle, and he is hit hard. I think that was Green Hightower, and he's pushed back around the 33.
Picking up Kochi's kick right around the 25 or so, ended up 20 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for North Attleboro. Now, keep an eye on the quarterback, 6'3", 190, the senior, Chad Peterson. Has a very strong arm. He started out as a sophomore
3-yard line.
and has not looked back. He had a terrific sophomore season, 13 touchdowns, a program record for completions in a season as a sophomore. He has thrown for 7 touchdowns this season. He also has a rushing touchdown. So he is a terrific quarterback. We have 2 very good quarterbacks in this game. North Attleboro down 7 to Stoughton to start here. 2 receivers out to the right. Peterson in the shotgun, looks to the near side. Now he swings it out to Ranieri. Ranieri is pushed out of bounds at around the 39. So that'll be about a 6-yard gain from Peterson to Nick Ranieri, the 5'10", 205-pound junior. He had a touchdown last week, a touchdown reception. They had 2 touchdown receptions, did North Attleboro, 2 running backs, one to Brendan McHugh and one to Nick Ranieri in the win over Foxborough, 14-13 last week. That game came down to the last 10 seconds, and North Attleboro blocked an extra point. It's 2nd and 4 in the 39. 3 out to the right and 2 to the left. Peterson looking up the middle, nobody to throw to. Now he comes to the near side, and it is caught for a 1st down by Mario Bresco. So Peterson looked down the middle, he looked to the side, he found Bresco, and Bresco, who has 3 touchdown receptions this season, with the 13-yard reception and the 1st down. So now North Attleboro has it on the Stoughton 48. We talked earlier about the 2 quarterbacks in this game, Gibb looking good on the first drive, and now Peterson with a couple completions to start this drive, the first of the game for the Rocketeers. 1st and 10. That's in motion McHugh, and he gets the carry and has a nice game. Brendan McHugh, the junior, 5'11", 168. 7 touchdowns this season. 1 touchdown reception.
For the 1st down, that'll bring him up to the 38, it looks like.
So it's 2nd and short, I believe, after that 9.5-yard carry by Brendan McHugh.
2nd and inches.
5:40 and running in the 1st quarter. Coming out to the near side is Ryan Gamond. Out to the far side is Bresco. Second and short. They have a down to play with if they want to pass it here. But they go with Ranieri, and he gets the first down and then some inside the 35. So they went to the right side with Ranieri, didn't take any shots on a second and short with a long pass play or anything of that sort. They went conventional and got the first down with the run by Ranieri. Gain of 6, so it's 1st and 10 on the Stoughton 32. North Attleboro on the move after Stoughton scored the first touchdown of this game, a 2-yard touchdown run by Alex Showquist. Stoughton 7, North Attleboro nothing. Here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and running on the clock. 1st and 10. Chad Peterson, the senior, gets the snap. He goes up the middle, big gain. They faked the jet sweep and went up the middle, and he got about, let's see, they're going to mark this at the 26, about 6 on that carry.
5-yard gain.
5 or 6, second and we'll call it 4 for North Attleboro. So they have a couple first downs on this drive after getting the ball in decent field position in their own territory. High quality quarterback Chad Peterson, 7 touchdown passes this season. He can run, as you just saw. He has a rushing touchdown. Keep an eye on Bresco, number 2. He has 3 touchdowns this year. Keep an eye on 14, Nolan Buckley. He's a receiver. Peterson, Gibbs. That's Ranieri up the middle. And he goes inside the 15 for a first down. Ruben Gonzalez in on the stop. But a first down, also in on the play was Sanda. We'll call it the 14-yard line. North Attleboro on the move after the Stoughton touchdown. Coming into this game, Stoughton has been allowing 8 points per game. 8.2, they have 2 consecutive shutouts against Sharon and Canton. That is on the line in this drive. A couple big interceptions in the end zone last week against Canton. It's 1st and 10, Peterson's gonna run, takes it inside the 10, is still going, and that's a quality run on 1st down and 10 from the 14, all the way down close to the 5-yard line. Ball placed on the 6, so it's 2nd and 2. Again, North Attleboro won last week 14-13 on 2 touchdown receptions by running backs, McHugh and Ranieri. It's 2nd and 1 on the 6. So we'll see what they elect to do here. They've been running effectively with Ranieri and Peterson. Couple receivers come out to the left. 2nd and 1 on the 6. McHugh in motion. They give, though, up the middle, and that is going to be a touchdown for Ranieri. Nick Ranieri, the junior. And it's a 7-6 Stoughton lead with the extra point coming up. Ranieri's 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. He also has a touchdown reception from last week, so 4 touchdowns on the season for Nick Ranieri. He's 5'10", 205, and he was running very hard on that drive by the Rocketeers. So Jeff Wilson with the extra point to tie the game, if he can make it. And that was authoritatively kicked through the goalposts. 7-7. Jeff Wilson has a big leg based on that extra point. 7-7, Stoughton and North Attleboro. Stoughton took the opening kickoff by Ajan Rue and brought the ball into North Attleboro territory with that effective kickoff. And then Stoughton drove down towards the goal line, and Showquist scored from 2 yards away. But North Attleboro, perennial powerhouse, quality program, leaders of the Davenport, they came right back with a very good drive, capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run by Nick Ranieri. So with 2:45 to go in the first quarter, it's Stoughton 7 and North Attleboro 7. Steve Vecchione here from W.B. Mason Stadium. Stonehill College. This is the home to the Stonehill Skyhawks football team, field hockey team, lacrosse team, and track and field. It was dedicated in 2005. Gonzalez fields the kickoff for Stoughton. He angles to the left and gets up to about the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Stoughton. This time North Attleboro contains Stoughton inside Stoughton territory. John Rue took the kickoff and brought it to the Rocketeers 42, from which Stoughton went on to score a touchdown on its first drive. So now the second drive for Evan Gibb and the Black Knights. Stoughton has scored 28 points in his first 2 games, but 2 of the last 3 games, they've scored only 12 points. They're averaging about 22 points per game. 1st and 10. And that's Shoquist. Gets about 2 or 3 before he's pushed back by the North Attleboro defense. In on the play is Lockovich, Tom Lockovich for North Attleboro. Ball on the 32, 2nd down and 8 for Stoughton. Alex Shoquist coming into the game had run for 320 yards, averaging 6.5 yards per carry. The senior doing an outstanding job. He has a touchdown already in the game. But keep an eye on Alex Iverson, 25, from a rushing standpoint. He's doing a terrific job. 2nd down and 8. Gibb is stopped along the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that play. They tried the fake and tried to design a running play for Gibb, but it'll be 3rd and long now. Passing situation coming up for Evan Gibb. So we'll keep an eye on Ruben Gonzalez, who already has 2 receptions for 1st downs in this game. We'll keep an eye on Colin Sandin, number 12, is a good possession receiver. And of course, Jean Rue is a playmaker and dynamic. 3rd and 8. Stoughton has it on his 32. Approaching a minute 15 to go in the first quarter. Gibbon the shotgun, swings it out, and Shoquist can't handle the pass. This will set up a punting situation. 4th down coming up. And we'll see Paul Feeney here. Punting for Stoughton.
Well, there we go. There's the big red.
A minute 9 to go in the first quarter. 2 teams 4-1 overall. So Feeney's out to punt for Stoughton. Brian Gamond is back. Fields it on his 36. Goes up the middle. Flag down. Gamond gets past midfield, but this most likely will come back.
28, Ryan Gamond.
Could have been a block behind the back. We'll see.
Flag down on the field. Justin Lee with the tackle.
So North Attleboro gets it on its 2nd possession. We'll wait for the indication by our head referee as to what the call was. Illegal use of hands.
During the return, we got a block in the back.
Block in the back. So that'll be pushed back. North Attleboro had it over the 50, but now it's pushed back to the 33. So that's where North Attleboro will take over. Under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Great return there. Big Red walks it back to the 33. A minute to play here in the first quarter.
Chad Peterson did a very effective job for the Rocketeers on its first drive. 3 receivers out to the right. Design running play, but nowhere to go. Fumble, but I believe that was after the play. Jason Joseph was able to stop Peterson. That is not a fumble. He was down. It'll be 2nd and long coming up for the Rocketeers. North Attleboro going for its 3rd straight division championship. They won the Kelly Rex in 2015. They won the Davenport 9-2 last year, going for its 3rd straight. And that has not been done by anybody since Mansfield 2010 to 13. And the last time that North Attleboro did it was from 97 to 99. This is a program that has won a bunch of state championships. Ball swung out to the near side, caught by McHugh, but the Stoughton defense and Matt Hadley in on the stop, a short gain, if anything. They might have even lost on that. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter, 7-7 game. Ball placed on the 30, so a loss of 2. It is 3rd and 13. Probably one more play left here in the first quarter. Stoughton scored on its first possession. North Attleboro came back and scored on its first possession. Stoughton punted on its last series. And now we have a 3rd and 13 for North Attleboro on their second drive of the game. Here's Peterson in the pocket, and that is completed and dropped. That was dropped. Ruben Gonzalez stuck Mario Bresco. Bresco had it, but Gonzalez was there to force Bresco to drop that pass. A strike by Chad Peterson into the hands of Bresco, but that's an incompletion. And a 4th down coming up. We have completed 1 quarter. It is 7-7. And as we complete the first quarter, I want to bring in my partner from last week and Stonehill football player Tommy Bernotis. Tommy, welcome.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
We had a very interesting first quarter. What did you take away from the 2 quarterbacks? We'll start with the North Attleboro quarterback, big guy, senior Chad Peterson.
I mean, as you said, he's been playing pretty well the past few years. He knows what he's doing. Set a couple records over there at North Attleboro. I mean, and he's definitely playing like it so far.
Stoughton had the first touchdown of the game after a long kickoff. They got the opening kickoff and brought it into Attleboro territory, and they were able to get a lot of momentum. Last week they struggled offensively. We witnessed their struggles offensively. We'll see how they do here in this game in terms of not turning the ball over. That was a problem last week. We'll talk about that.
Absolutely.
We start the second quarter. North Attleboro will be punting here, and that is Peterson, the quarterback, who does the punting. Sanda is back for Stoughton. He calls for a fair catch on his 33-yard line. So Stoughton will start at the 33. 1st and 10. So after 2 opening touchdowns, the defenses have stepped up. That was a nice hit by Ruben Gonzalez on that 3rd and long pass play. I thought Bresco had that.
Absolutely. I mean, it was in his hands, but Ruben Gonzalez was able to get in there, knock it loose, and save his team a 1st down right there. So.
And Gonzalez had a big interception last week in the win over Canton in the end zone. Canton was on the verge of scoring a couple times, but the Stoughton secondary came up big. Now they have it again on their 3rd drive of the game. 1st and 10 on the 33. That's Lee. We haven't called his name yet today. Along the far side, get some extra yards. Good gain on 1st down.
Justin Lee with a great carry.
Gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd down. We'll call 5 on. Let's see where they mark it in. That'll be around the 37. A gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
It's a 5-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 5 for the Black.
10.5 to go in the second quarter. Ball on the 37. 2nd down. The scoreboard has it at 5. Stoughton and North Attleboro tied. Gibb fakes the handoff to Iverson. Now he's going to run with it. I'm not sure if that was the intention. There might have been a miscommunication there, but Gibb was able to make something out of it when he did not hand the ball to Iverson.
Absolutely. It looked like he was looking to hand that ball or toss that ball off, but he made the best of a bad situation. It looks like he got a few yards there.
Now, Iverson's been averaging about 7 yards per carry. He's a junior. He's one of those Stoughton players that got a little time last year, but has been worked into the lineup by Coach Burke. And he, along with Shoquist, have formed a terrific running game in combination with Justin Lee, who excelled last year, of course. It's 3rd and 1 on the 41. Stoughton has it in its own territory. Gibb whirls, hands to Shoquist, and I don't think he got the 1st down.
That's going to be real close. He got into a big pile there. It looks like 1 yard past the line of scrimmage.
On the stop was Jason McNeely for North Attleboro. And it is 4th down, so this is probably going to be a punt. I don't think this early in the game Greg Burke would risk going for a 1st down in this situation. but I'm not the coach, and I see Evan Gibb out there. They could try to draw them offside, but this is, if they do go for it, risky. We'll see if they try to draw them off.
It's a bit early, but we'll see how it works.
Got 3 receivers out to the left. 4th and 2. Are they going to go for it? And as I thought, they look to be drawing North Attleboro or trying to draw them offside. Didn't work. That works maybe 1 out of every 10 times, 20 times maybe, but you got to give it a shot if you can,
If you get
right?
a good quarterback, I mean, that hard count could be deadly, but that situation really just wastes time out there, so it's tough. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them, though.
Well, North Attleboro is a disciplined team. They are a team that does a lot of winning with Coach Don Johnson. 9-2 last year, 11-2 in 2015. 8-3 in 2014, so you don't get a lot of wins without good discipline, and they showed good discipline there. Feeney's punt is fielded. Gaumond up the middle. Tried to go to his left, but he stopped at the 37, and that's Sanda with the tackle. So now North Attleboro takes over. It's 7-7. We had 2 first-quarter touchdowns. Stoughton on its opening drive of the game on a 2-yard run by Alex Shoquist. North Attleboro came back and scored on a run by Nick Ranieri. It's 7-7. 9:03 to go in the second quarter. Steve Vecchione with you once again on Stoughton Media Access, joined by Stonehill's Tommy Bernotis. 9:03 second quarter, North Attleboro possession in this big Davenport game. Chad Peterson, the quarterback. Looks to the near side. That's over the head of Ranieri. Second down coming up. Ranieri has the touchdown tonight for North Attleboro. North Attleboro 3-0 in the Davenport. 3 teams tied at 2-1. Stoughton, Foxborough, and Milford. Tonight, Foxborough is at Milford. A Stoughton win throws this division into chaos. A North Attleboro win, and they are looking good to at least have a share of the Davenport. So this is a major game in this conference, or division I should say. 7-7, 2nd and 10, play fake. Now Peterson looks to the near side again. That's overthrown, and it's incomplete, intended for Brendan McHugh.
That's a tough play there. I mean, he's got a lot of defenders in his face and tried to make something out of it, but just went right over his head there.
Well, being an experienced quarterback, not taking chances down the field if he doesn't see anything.
Absolutely. He made the right decision there.
All right, 3rd down and 10. North Attleboro has it on its own 37. Chad Peterson, the senior quarterback, 7 touchdown passes this season. We saw a 3rd and long on the last series, a play in which Bresco was hit by Ruben Gonzalez and dropped what should have been a first down. Now it's 3rd and long again. Deep downfield for Bresco. Back is Hadley, but caught by Bresco. Big gain. All the way down into Stoughton territory. So Mario Bresco making up for the drop.
Yeah, he absolutely made up for it there.
That is a gain down to the 16-yard line. 47 yards. We saw the strong arm of Chad Peterson on that. 1st and 10 now for North Attleboro, knocking on the door to take its first lead of this game with 8:38 to go.
Peterson makes a 40-yard toss. Bresco pulling it down.
So to the near side, 2 receivers, 1st and 10. In motion McHugh. They go though up the middle to Ranieri, a little misdirection, but Stoughton was ready for that, and Colin Sanda and Justin Lee double teamed the ball carrier on that. Approaching 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ball on the 17-yard line. 2nd down and 11. So a loss on that play. So Ranieri comes out. He has the touchdown in the game. Out to the far side is Gaumond. In the slot, keep an eye on 25, Nathan Pierce. Two receivers out to the near side. 2nd and 11, Peterson over the middle, it's caught. And we mentioned him earlier. That is Nolan Buckley. He's 6'4", 193. He is a target. He has 2 touchdowns this season. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's definitely a type of guy you want to get the ball up to, especially down in the red zone like this. You just want to throw the ball to him. Hope he can get up there and grab the ball.
Ball on the 9-yard line. It's 3rd down and 3. North Attleboro has plenty of options offensively. They are averaging 26 points a game.
3 on the 9 for Big Red.
Brest goes out to the near side. 2 receivers out to the left. Peterson's going to try a design run, and he goes inside the 5. That's a 1st down and goal coming up now after the run by the quarterback. They'll place the ball inside the 5. 4-yard line. So North Attleboro knocking on the door to take his first lead of the game.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. I mean, gets you a fresh set of downs inside the 5. I mean, you got to like your chances right here.
It's great when your quarterback has a huge arm and he can run. We see Evan Gibb with a good arm and he can run as well. So 2 quarterbacks who can do both running and passing. That opens up so many things. Peterson has a rushing touchdown this year, and here he goes up the middle. Peterson touchdown from 4 yards out. We were talking about it, and there it is. Chad Peterson, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. It's 13-7 North Attleboro.
Yeah, I mean, with a guy like that, Chad Peterson, 6'3", 190, that's what can you really do there?
I'm not calling the plays. But he got the 1st down in the run before that, and it's obvious they want to feature him with the running game. That just opens up so many things. And now Jeff Wilson with the big leg, he'll try the extra point. This could put North Attleboro in the lead by 7 if he's able to convert. And you can see that big leg, that's through there, 14-7. North Attleboro, the Red Rocketeers, a perennial winning program under Coach Don Johnson, going up against Greg Burke's Stoughton Black Knights. Of course, Greg Burke in his 25th year has had his share of winning as well. Both these teams had excellent years last year. North Attleboro won this game last year, 34-19, but that was the game in which Evan Gibb made his debut in relief, and he has not looked back since. He's been the quarterback ever since for Stoughton. And we saw when North Attleboro fell behind by 7 that they were able to rally and come back. Now we'll see if Stoughton can do the same.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Let's see if they can get some momentum going with this kick return right here, but who knows? We'll see how it goes.
So Ajan Rue along the near side took the opening kickoff into North Attleboro territory, and that set the tone early in this game. Now out to the far side is Gonzalez. Stoughton had the first score on a Showquist run, but North Attleboro has come back with a run by Ranieri and a run by the quarterback, Chad Peterson, from 4 yards away. We have 1 touchdown in the 2nd quarter. It's 14-7 North Attleboro. The kickoff by Wilson. It goes very deep. Gonzalez fields it at the 5. Takes it to the right side. He has a kickoff return already for a touchdown this season. 89 yards. Brought down, however, here on his own 27, 1st and 10 for Stoughton.
Gonzalez gives it about 15 yards, and he's brought down just shy of the 30.
So Stoughton, after scoring on its first touchdown drive,
Black Knights will start here.
will start on its 28-yard line, we'll call it. And we'll see if Stoughton features the running game or if they try to open things up with Ruben Gonzalez and Ajan Rue, although I do not see Rue in there at the moment. Gonzalez is out to the right. It's 1st and 10 on the 28. In motion, Lee. Play fake. Gibb goes along the far side. Gonzalez wide open, and he goes down inside the 30. Huge gain for Ruben Gonzalez and Evan Gibb. A big gain for Stoughton. Ball will be marked somewhere around the 30-yard line. That was a terrific play fake, and we'll call that a 42-yard completion.
Yeah, I mean, right there, that's Evan Gibb he saw he beat his man, and he put that right in the breadbasket there.
Excellent faking.
Absolutely.
And I wasn't sure if they were going to feature the running game or the passing game, and some good deception there. 1st and 10 on the 30. More deception. This time they are stopped by North Attleboro on the play fake. That's a loss for Gibb. Second down and long coming up. Inside 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Gibbs' play fake didn't work there. Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up. Alex Iverson goes out, and coming in, Ruben Gonzalez. Evan Gibb gets the play. 2nd and 11. Ball on the 31. Sanda out to the near side with Gonzalez in the slot. Two backs are split on 2nd down and 11. Gibb rolling to his left. Looks downfield and has Gonzalez for a first down. Right at the 15-yard line. Gain of 17.
Yeah, Ruben Gonzalez, I mean, he's having a game so far. He's been making plays on defense, and obviously he had those 2 big catches this drive so far. So let's see if they can capitalize.
2 big catches on this drive. He had 2 big catches on their opening drive, which led to the touchdown. So a big night so far for Ruben Gonzalez. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 on the 15. Showquist behind Gibb. 2 receivers out to the far right. Gibb pitches to Showquist. Tries to get the edge. Does so inside the 10, down to around the 5. Close to the first down. He may be a little short, but an excellent run.
Absolutely. I mean, he looked like he was getting tackled in the backfield there with the defender, but he just beat him with speed, went right around.
They mark it as the 7, so we'll call that an 8-yard gain. Very effective gain on 1st and 10 from the 15. A terrific mix of passing and running on this drive. So we talked about, can Stoughton answer, or will they answer the touchdown by North Attleboro and the lead by North Attleboro? They come right back. Now they need to convert. It's 2nd down and 2 at the 7. Stoughton looking for the tying touchdown and extra point if they can get that. Gibb hands, and this time North Attleboro ready for the run up the middle. It'll be 3rd and 2 or 3 coming up. That was Showquist.
Showquist, he passes up the middle.
Approaching 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Ball on the 7.
Adam Eberly there with a tackle.
Eberly had the tackle for North Attleboro. Adam Eberly, one of the key seniors for North Attleboro.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 on the 7. No gain on that last play by Showquist. Showquist behind Gibb. Sanda out to the left. Gonzalez to the right. Lee in the wing. Lee in motion. Gibb is pressured. Gets out of it. Tries to advance, but is stopped at around the 10, and that's a loss. Gibb was not able to get by the North Attleboro defensive line. He gets up to the 9 after almost losing a lot of yardage on that play, but now it's 4th down. They are going to pass up the field goal try, I believe, and go for it on this 4th down. What do you like here?
I mean, obviously you don't have to take a shot to the end zone, because if you get inside the 5, it's going to be a 1st down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some short routes right here instead of going right to the end zone.
It's 4th and 3 on the 9. 3.5 and running in the second quarter. North Attleboro leading 14-7, and Stoughton timeout.
It's going to be 4th and 4 on the 9.
Stoughton had the first score of this game after a kickoff return by Ajan Roux. Showquist with the touchdown. North Attleboro came right back with a touchdown on a nice drive of their own, a 6-yard run by Nick Ranieri. Here in the second quarter, North Attleboro scored on a 4-yard run by their senior quarterback, Chad Peterson. Now Stoughton has answered with a very good drive, but they are facing a 4th and 3, and this is a key play early in this game here, late in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you got to see, they obviously want to tie the score up before halftime. I mean, 3 minutes left in the half. They want to be able to go in thinking it's a brand new game in the second half, and let's see if they can do it.
Stoughton's been a lot more effective offensively tonight. I thought in the Canton game they had some effectiveness, but they weren't as sharp as they normally are. And I think tonight they have come out with a purpose offensively. They've featured Ruben Gonzalez on a lot of plays to this point. Now, Ajan Roux to the near side. We've got 2 receivers out to the right. Lee is in a slot to the left. 4th and 3 on the 9. Big play in the first half here. Gibb, low snap, and he is crushed. He is crushed by the defense, and that was Clemente, Ryan Clemente. He was in on Evan Gibb, who fielded that low snap, but he never had a chance there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were trying to do there. I mean, the way the defense got in there, it looked like it was almost supposed to be a screen pass or something of the sort, but I mean, Evan Gibb really had no chance there.
Well, I think the first order of business was field the snap. They had a problem with the snap at the 6-yard line last week, if you remember that long,
absolutely, yeah.
that one that led to that crazy play. But Stoughton with a very good drive, but it stalls deep in North Attleboro territory. And now with 3:21 on the clock, Stoughton will look to force a punt before halftime. It's 14-7 North Attleboro. First down and 10. McHugh with a 4-yard carry up to the 19. Second down and 6 coming up. So McHugh, who has 7 touchdowns this year, he's a junior. 5'11", 168.
The 18-yard line.
Under 3 to go in the second quarter.
Second and 7 for North
It's second and 7. Stoughton will look to see if they can force a punt and get the ball back before halftime. They're down 7. Peterson, that's McHugh. Going the left side, he gets up to around the 23, 5-yard gain. Jason Joseph in on the stop. Third and short coming up. Big play for the Stoughton defense.
Not quite enough for the first.
If they want to get the ball back in this half, this is imperative that they make this stop on 3rd and 2. So Peterson gets the play.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one of the design QB runs right here because, I mean, they obviously trusted Peterson on the goal line. I think they could trust him to get a couple yards right here.
North Attleboro, the leaders in the Davenport, leading 14-7, 3rd and 2, and now a whistle and a timeout, I believe, by the North Attleboro sideline. They want to talk about this play.
Timeout, North Attleboro.
So just reviewing the Division III South standings, Duxbury, the state champion last year, the Super Bowl winner, a team that played both North Attleboro and Stoughton in the playoffs and beat both of them. They're 4-1. North Attleboro is 4-1. Hingham 4-1. Stoughton 4-1. Whitman Hanson 4-1. Walpole 2-3. Bishop Feehan 2-3. Oliver Ames 2-3. Milford 2-3. Plymouth North and Sharon 1-4. The top 8 make the playoffs. So Stoughton and North Attleboro are looking good to advance in the playoffs. Nothing is official yet or decided, but based on these standings, they have a great chance to make the playoffs. The question is who's going to win the Davenport. Coming into the game, North Attleboro had a 1-game lead over Stoughton and 2 other teams, looking for its 3rd straight division championship.
Here we go, 3rd and 2 for
Play will
North
resume. It's
Attleboro.
3rd and 2. Peterson gets the play, hands to McHugh. That's going to be a first down. He's running along the near side and is pushed out of bounds by Sanda at the 41. That is an 18-yard gain for Brendan McHugh and a first down for
First down and then some.
North Attleboro. Some misdirection on that run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not what I expected, but I mean, it's a great call. It got the first down. That's all you need right there.
Sometimes when you have those timeouts, you have time to figure out something that maybe you hadn't thought of calling. In a case like that, that might have been the case. Coming up with that play along the sideline, what can work in this situation? And
First and 10.
McHugh has been running effectively as well. It's 1st and 10. North Attleboro has it. A flag is down, and this was a legal procedure play against the Rocketeers. This will go back 5 yards.
Ball start, North Attleboro.
So the ball will go from the 41 to the 36. North Attleboro has it in its own territory.
5 yards, we'll bring back to the 36.
We have 3 rushing touchdowns in this game, 2 by North Attleboro, 1 by Stoughton. Stoughton's defense coming into the game and been averaging 8.2 a game, 2 consecutive shutouts coming into the game. But North Attleboro's defense had been allowing only 10.2 points per game, second to Stoughton. Thought we might have a low-scoring game tonight, but right now it's 14-7. Late in the first half. McHugh again. And North Attleboro with some conservative calls here with 1:40 to go in the second quarter. They're up 7. That was a 1st and 15. They get about 3, so it's 2nd down and long. Will they take a shot upfield with this quarterback who has a terrific arm, or will they play it conservative, preserving a 7-point lead?
I think they got to take at least one shot. I mean, they had the deep completion in their last drive, so you got to see if you can do it again, I guess.
And that was to Bresco. He's on the far side. Gamond is to the near side. 2nd and 13 on the 38. McHugh in motion, another whistle, and another procedure penalty. 5 more yards. This will go back. The further they go back, the less inclined they're going to be to take a chance here going downfield. 1:06 to go in the second quarter.
That's their second false start in about 3 or 4 plays. I mean, there has to be some sort of miscommunication between either the quarterback and the offensive line, or some sort of miscommunication there.
And again, this is a very disciplined team, so you don't see that from them very often. And really, they've had very few mistakes to this point. I think one of the biggest mistakes they made in this game was the opening kickoff, allowing Rue to get into Stoughton territory. But North Attleboro is a solid team, as is Stoughton. 2nd and 17. North Attleboro has it, and they're going to try to pass it, it looks like. Down the middle it goes, incomplete for McHugh. And Lee was there along with Gonzalez. No chance on that connection.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go right back to another deep shot right here.
Well, it's 3rd and 17. North Attleboro has it on its 34.
The Rocketeers can afford to take their time here.
36 seconds.
36 seconds on the clock.
Again, Stoughton had the kickoff to start the first half. North Attleboro will get the ball to start the second half, so they don't necessarily need to take a big shot here, knowing that they're probably going to punt if they don't get a first down, and Stoughton won't have much time left. They do run it on 3rd and long, conservative, and Stoughton's defense was right there with Green Hightower and Iverson. So now it's going to be 4th and long, 29 seconds left. We'll see if they try to block this punt.
I'm sure they would love that type of momentum swing before the half and at least be able to take a shot to the end zone. But I'm sure North Attleboro is also going to want to get this punt off as fast as possible.
I think the key right now for North Attleboro is get the snap and the punter in line, get the ball off, and don't make any mistakes here before halftime. It's 4th down and 17 on the 33. Stoughton had the first score of this game. They'll get the ball back, but they're not going to have a lot of time left. They had a situation in the Franklin game where they got the ball back with only a few seconds left, and they completed a 40-yard some-odd pass to Jean Roux that almost went into the end zone. So you never know. They do get the punt off, not a great one, by Peterson, the quarterback, who also serves as the punter. Stoughton will have a chance. I was starting to talk about the fact they got the ball in the Franklin game on their own. We're on the 45 of Franklin, and they completed a 42-yard pass just before halftime, unable to get the score in the end zone, but they have shown deep play capability in these late half situations, and that's what we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and with 25 seconds left, that's enough for at least 3 or 4 plays as long as you stop the clock in between them.
25 seconds left in the first half. North Attleboro 14, Stoughton 7. Sanda to the far side. Gonzalez in the slot. Will they throw deep here? Evan Gibb. Oh, that's Johnny Medina in a quarterback. He has a big arm, and I think that's why he's in there, and that is almost intercepted as he got hit. He got hit, and North Attleboro almost came up with the interception. There's a hold as well, so that didn't work for Stoughton at all.
Yeah, I liked what they were trying to do there, switching it up with the quarterbacks. You know, Medina has a Obviously, he's got a big arm, strong arm, but I think right now they're just going to have to take a knee and let the clock run out.
That was almost a crushing play. Medina was hit, so that forced the ball to kind of flutter, and it was almost picked off at around midfield. So they tried something with the senior reserve quarterback, Johnny Medina, the captain. He's seen a little bit of action this year.
Seconds on the clock, 1st and 20.
It's 1st down and 20. Now we also have to wonder how Evan Gibb is doing health-wise. Don't want to speculate at all, but we'll see how he is. As I check to see who's in there, I believe Medina is still in there on 1st and 20. They hand it to Lee, sweeping the far side, cuts up the middle. Good gain. Lee over midfield. Lee over the 40, down into the end zone for the touchdown for Justin Lee. An unbelievable play. A run of 65 yards with 3 seconds to go before halftime. Unexpected run and touchdown, a breakdown by the North Attleboro defense, and Justin Lee, who had big running touchdowns last season, with an amazing run to bring Stoughton within 1, and with the extra point, somehow they can tie this game.
I don't think anyone was expecting that one, Steve.
Well, Justin Lee has big play capability, and Coachy's extra point is good. What a play by Justin Lee after the play that pushed them back on the hold. They went back to, I believe unofficially it was the 35-yard line, and Lee swept the right side. He made a good cut, and then he was in the clear.
Yeah, he made a couple guys miss, and then he had broad daylight in front of him. On the play where they were looking like try something conservative, get a few yards and run the clock out, but I think that's a little bit better there.
Well, North Attleboro has to be shaking its head at that. This is a high caliber program, and that was just a breakdown defensively, allowing a rushing touchdown in that situation. The game is tied. Now we have to, we'll see if Evan Gibb comes out for the second half. Again, I'm not sure why Johnny Medina was in a quarterback. I thought perhaps they were going to take advantage of his arm, but he stayed in the game on the 1st and 20 and gave the ball to Lee, who unbelievably scored on that long run. So we'll see if Evan Gibb comes back for the second half. Don't want to speculate, not sure.
Conferring with Josh Coachy.
It is 14-14 after that amazing touchdown run by Justin Lee. Totally unexpected, came out of nowhere. Just like the rain I'm feeling now, a few raindrops. As we come close to the end of the first half here. It's 14-14.
Josh Coachy lining up for the kickoff.
We just had an amazing touchdown to tie this game. A huge hit by Ruben Gonzalez on the up back.
Daniel Work there, making a good catch and home run.
And that ends the first half.
That's the end of the first half.
Steve Vecchione and Tommy Bernota, Stonehill player, here at Stonehill College. It's 14-14. Stoughton and North Attleboro. What a first half ending we had on that run by Justin Lee, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that play, I guess it must have just caught North Attleboro off guard there a little bit.
Well, it changed everything. What looked to be a North Attleboro lead was dissipated with that 65-yard run by Justin Lee with 3 seconds left on the clock. So now we start the second half with Stoughton kicking off. North Attleboro will get it close to the 40-yard line with the up back taking it near the 38. So it'll be 1st and 10 for North Attleboro. They thought they were going to have a 7-point lead on this opening drive of the second half, but now the game is tied. We had 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Prior to that lead run, 4 for the game now, 4 rushing touchdowns. Ball's marked on the 37 to start the second half. Chad Peterson is the quarterback for North Attleboro. It was 7-7 after 1. We're tied at 14 as we start the third quarter. First and 10 on the 37. That's Ranieri getting 2 to the 39. Second and 8 coming up. Alex Showquist in on the stop. Ranieri had a touchdown in the first half. Again, this game is for the top of the Davenport. North Attleboro has a 3-0 record. Stoughton's one of 3 teams tied at 2-1. Stoughton looking to tie North Attleboro if they can get this win here tonight. 14-14 game. 2 excellent defenses coming into the game. Second and 8. They run to the near side. That's Ranieri. Cuts upfield. Good gain to around the 42 of Stoughton. 19-yard gain unofficially. Nick Ranieri running well on that play. First and 10 North Attleboro.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me that both teams have been able to run the ball real well. You had mentioned 4 rushing touchdowns in the first half for both teams, so I mean, I'm expecting we're just going to see more of that in the second half. Just lots of running the ball.
Showquist and Lee with the running scores for Stoughton. Peterson and Ranieri with the running scores for North Attleboro. And North Attleboro has it in Stoughton territory on the 42. It's first and 10. We're in the third quarter. Ranieri cuts to the right side. He bounces it to the right and brought down by Showquist. Short gain of 2. Tried to bounce it for more yards, but Showquist is a very good defensive player.
Absolutely. It looks like a battle of the running backs right there.
Second and 8 coming up. Chad Peterson, the senior quarterback, has thrown for 7 touchdowns this year. He's now run for 2 touchdowns, including the run he had tonight from 4 yards out in the first half. Second down and 8. Ball on the Stoughton 40. 2 receivers out to the left. Buckley's in the slot. They run the sweep, and Showquist again. Good defense, stopping Ranieri, and it'll be third and long coming up. So ball on the 40. Third down and 8. Early big play for the Stoughton defense here in the third quarter, tie game. North Attleboro converted a first down on a long run by Ranieri to get into Stoughton territory. Now it's a passing situation. To the near side is Bresco. Third and 8. Peterson looks to the far side for Ranieri, but there is Green Hightower. Malachi Green Hightower stopping Ranieri. Well short of the first down. That play did not work to the satisfaction of Don Johnson and the North Attleboro team offensively. Now they're probably going to be forced to punt on 4th and 8 on the 40.
Yeah, that's a great play by Green Hightower. I mean, he saw the back out of the backfield, and he was just right on top of it right when the ball even got there. So that's a great play on defense there.
Now Peterson does the punting as well for North Attleboro. We'll see if they decide to go for it or whether they're going to punt here. Watch for anything here. This could be a pooch punt. It is.
Absolutely.
And it goes inside the 10.
Into the end zone.
And they only had a net gain of about 20. It's hard to know what they're going to do in that spot with a quarterback with a great arm, but he also punts. So it's like you have to look for 2 things there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if he was lined up at punter, you got to be ready for the fake. He's lined up at quarterback, you got to be ready for the punt. So, I mean, I see what they were doing there. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, but just didn't work out for him at that point.
Again, it would have been very chancy to try a 4th down conversion there in a tie game. It's about field position right now. Now Stoughton has the ball for the first time here in the third quarter. Looking to see who the quarterback is to start this third quarter. It appears to be Johnny Medina. It is, and that's Showquist up the middle. Now he bursts to the outside. Good gain for Alex Showquist. Gain of about 18, first down for Stoughton. And with Evan Gibb out of the game, they're going to need even more from some of their big players.
Absolutely. Going into this game, we were thinking it would be a battle of the quarterbacks between Evan Gibb and Chad Peterson, but right now it's been a rushing battle between both teams.
So Evan Gibb looks like he is done for the night. We're told that along the sideline he has his shoulder pads off. We can only speculate that on that fourth down play where he was hit hard by the North Attleboro defense, he was unable to come back. And so Johnny Medina, the senior quarterback, this is why you practice, this is why you're ready as the backup in a big game deciding the Davenport division potentially. Your senior backup quarterback is now center stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you know he's a guy they trust. He's a captain, he's a senior, he's been with the program all 4 years, so he knows what he's doing. I'm sure Coach Greg Burke trusts him just as much as he trusts Gibb.
So it's 2nd down and 9 on the 40. Gibb had that dual threat as a runner and a passer. Medina has thrown the ball coming into the game 6 times. He's completed 3 passes. They go up they keep it with Medina. He faked it to Showquist, and that's going to lose a yard or 2. 3rd and long coming up.
I like the play they're going for there. Really, with the fake toss and having Medina keep the ball there, it'll really catch the defenders off guard, but they just couldn't execute it perfectly right there.
Johnny Medina is 5'11", 170 pounds, senior. The backup to Evan Gibb. It's 3rd down and 11. Stoughton in this crucial game without its star quarterback due to injury, most likely. 3rd and 11. Again, we don't want to speculate, but Johnny Medina is in the game for Evan Gibb. This is a passing situation. They look to the far side. Rue on the bubble screen. The fumble after the reception, he got it to midfield close to the 1st down. We'll see who recovered. That was an effective play with Rue. Medina got it out to him. Looks like Stoughton recovered, and it's close to a 1st down.
Yeah, that's going to be very close. From our angle, it looks like it's honestly right about at the 1st down marker, but we'll see where the ref spot it.
What'd you think of that play?
That's a good one. I mean, you letting the defensive line at least get in there quickly and then just dump it out quick to the receiver. And Jean Roux, he's a fast kid, so
he is.
He knows what to do when he gets the ball in his hands.
Had a big play to start this game on the kickoff return. He had a big game against Franklin in the opening game. He really hasn't done a whole lot since then in terms of production. Coming into the game, 4 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. The touchdown was in the Franklin game. He had that long pass play I was talking about before halftime in that game as well. So he really hasn't done much until tonight with the kickoff return and then that effective short pass where he turned it into a near 1st down. And so it looks like they gave it to him. Coach Johnson of North Attleboro is not sure about that along the near side here.
They're giving Stoughton's got the ball, but it looks like they're about half a yard short of a 1st down.
They're discussing where to mark this. I heard some cheering, so I thought maybe they ruled 1st down.
Well, it looks like it is the 1st down.
They did. That's why I heard cheering. So a little bit of confusion. Coach Johnson of North Attleboro wasn't sure. So that play, Medina to Rue, keeps the drive alive. It's 1st and 10. Stoughton has it on its 49 in this tie game. Lots of things to talk about here. That Lee run before halftime changed the whole dynamic of this game. The backup quarterback for Stoughton, Medina's in there. Here's Lee. He's thrown for a loss by Clementi of North Attleboro. Ryan Clementi, the junior, is a 6'2", 267-yard presence for North Attleboro.
Yeah, he's obviously one of their best players, even as a junior, so that's good to see him playing, but he'll be making plays.
So Justin Lee loses 2. He has the play of the game. Running out the clock in the 1st half, somehow he was able to break free for a 65-yard touchdown run to tie the game with the extra point. It's 14-14. 2nd and 12 on the 47. Iverson in motion. They play fake. Medina throws it into a crowd, and Lee cannot come up with it. Good defense by, let's see who that is for North Attleboro. Looks like Lakovic made the defensive stop. That was a dangerous pass. That could have been picked off.
Yeah, I mean, Makovic was playing real tight defense there, and obviously right when the ball got to Lee's hands, he was able to knock it away real quick. So that's just good defense right there, and he made a big play for his third down.
Johnny Medina completed a third down pass play to Rue on the last set of downs. Now it's 3rd and 12. Will they take a shot deeper, or will they go with a conservative pass, or run the ball? They have the ball in good field position. It's 3rd and 12 on the 47. Medina low snap. Oh, he's hit hard. The ball goes up in the air, and it's picked off by North Attleboro. Medina was hit really hard, I believe, by Eberly.
Adam Eberly there with a
And did not catch who made that interception. Did you get a number?
I did not get the number there. Look, there was a crowd of players over there, but
I was focused on Medina. He took a very hard hit there, and that ball floated in the air. It was picked off by North Attleboro. They now have it in Stoughton's territory on the 48. Another big hit against the Stoughton quarterback in this game.
absolutely. I'm sure Evan Gibb was watching on the sideline. He was getting a little worried there. But I mean, as a defensive lineman myself, seeing an open shot at the quarterback like that, you gotta hit him as hard as you can, hope to knock the ball loose like that.
And it was very clean.
Absolutely.
Medina did get up. He ran off the field, so we'll keep an eye on Johnny Medina. But now it's 14-14, North Attleboro ball in Stoughton territory. Peterson, the play fake. Now he's hit, and that's almost picked off by the defensive line as Peterson was pressured. And the pressure by Bell, David Bell, who's done excellent work defensively for Stoughton this year. And he did a great job against Canton last week, creating turnover scenarios. He was in on the quarterback there. Second down and 10.
Absolutely. It looked like he just blew past the tackles there. Was able to get a hand on the ball or hand on the arm as Peterson was letting go of it. So that's a good play by him.
So a very interesting game here. Tie game. Two quality programs. 14-14, less than 4 in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for Peterson. Now he's going to run with it. Up the middle, he is hit hard by Burke. That was Anthony Burke sticking Chad Peterson on that run. The hitting is getting very hard in this game on both sides.
Absolutely. I mean, like we saw last week, Stoughton obviously has a great defense, and North Attleboro is coming in here. They've had one of the top defenses in the Davenport too. So, I mean, 14-14, but it really is a defensive battle right here.
It is, and we thought coming into the game, as we said earlier in our coverage here, that this could be a defensive battle. It really has become that. 3rd down and 9 on the 47 of Stoughton. North Attleboro trying to take advantage of an interception. Peterson over the middle, wide open and caught for a first down. That's Bresco, who had a big play earlier in the first half. Bresco with the completion. It goes from the 47 down to the 31, 16-yard gain and a first down for the Rocketeers. He was wide open there.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like he just found a gap between the zone defense there and made the play, made the catch, and he's been having a good game so far.
So Bresco is somebody that Stoughton's defense will need to be mindful of. He's along the near side. It's 1st and 10 on the 31. They run the jet sweep with McHugh. Cuts to the left. Gonzalez misses the tackle. He gets extra yardage and is hit hard out of bounds. They don't throw a flag. They could have there. But a very good run by McHugh. So it's a gain of about 8, and it'll be 2nd and short for North Attleboro as they make a move to retake the lead here. They led 14-7 in this game. Late in the first half, seemingly in control of the game, and Justin Lee had a 65-yard run with 3 seconds to go. That created a halftime tie. North Attleboro looking for the lead back at 2nd and 1. Design run for the quarterback, Peterson. and he'll get a first down near the 15.
That's all he needed. Quarterback keep and a first down.
It's always good when you have a quarterback who can run and throw.
Absolutely. You got it. It's basically like having two running backs in the backfield.
They mark it at the 16. That was a 5-yard gain. It's first down and 10 for North Attleboro on the Stoughton 16. And again, if you just joined us, Evan Gibb, the starting quarterback for Stoughton, left the game. Johnny Medina, the backup, is the quarterback for Stoughton in this crucial game. North Attleboro has it in Stoughton territory. They hand it up the middle. That's Ranieri inside the 10, down close to the 8. Big gain of first and 10.
Strong run up the middle.
Gain of about 8, second and short again. Another second and short situation, not good for the defense. So we'll see if Peterson calls his own number on the run as they did on the second scoring drive they had in the game. Ball on the 8, second and 2. Peterson takes the snap. He does call his own number. Inside the 5, spinning down to close to near the 1. Sander wrestles him down, but Peterson, they call his number a lot on those design runs, and it's effective.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the frame for it. He's a big guy. He knows the program. He knows how to play, and they trust him to get that first down.
On the 1.
Ball on the 1-yard line. It's first and goal, North Attleboro. Just before the quarter runs out, has a chance to take the lead.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Chad Peterson run right here.
Peterson takes it. He's hit hard by the Stoughton defense. This time they were ready. They do call it a
They're giving it to
touchdown.
him.
He got over the goal line, Chad Peterson. I thought he was stopped, but he extra effort, and as you said, they called Peterson's number.
He's a big guy. I mean, 6'3", 190. He's just got to, he gets in that pile, he can reach over there, and I mean, I guess the ref saw him break the plane.
Stoughton's defense had that read, but I think he was able to keep his legs churning.
Absolutely.
And it is a 2014 North Attleboro lead as Jeff Wilson is on for the extra point. 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is 21-14 North Attleboro. That was our first score of the second half. We've gone back and forth in this game. Stoughton led 7-0
30 seconds left here
in the first quarter on a 2-yard run by Showquist.
Red Rocketeers take
North Attleboro came back on a 6-yard run by Ranieri in the first quarter. It was 7-7 after 1. Then a 4-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Peterson in the second quarter made it 14-7. We had that unbelievable run by Justin Lee. There's only one way to describe that run. That's unbelievable. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
With 3 seconds to go in the half. 65-yard run, which appeared to change the course of this game for a while. But after Johnny Medina was hit hard and threw an interception, the backup quarterback for Stoughton here in the third quarter, North Attleboro answered with a scoring drive capped off by a 1-yard run by Peterson, his second touchdown run of the game. He's got 3 now for the season to go with his 7 touchdown passes. It's a 21-14 North Attleboro lead. So the kickoff by Jeff Wilson. Gonzalez and Rue are back for Stoughton. Gonzalez to the near side. Rue had a big kickoff to start this game. Low kick. Rue will pick it up at around the 20, bobbles it, moves forward, up the sideline, good gain, over the 40 to about the 41. Jean Rue, good starting territory, or starting field position, I should say, for Stoughton on their own 40. And we'll keep an eye here on Johnny Medina, the backup quarterback, who's back in after taking a hard hit on that interception. He got right up, went back to the sideline. The senior's back out there. He's replacing Evan Gibb in this game, who left the game late in the first half after taking a hit on a 4th down play. 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. 21-14 North Attleboro. Misdirection with Iverson. Gets free for about 3. That had a chance to break out, but North Attleboro was able to contain Iverson for a couple.
Yeah, it's always tough when you get that misdirection. I mean, and Alex Iverson, they've been playing it so well with their connection. So I think one guy's got the ball and completely other side of the field by the time you realize it.
Iverson came into the game averaging 7 yards a carry, 26 carries, 184 yards coming into the game. He's been a revelation for Stoughton. So 3 quarters are in the books here. It is 21-14 North Attleboro. Again, a back and forth game. We had a lot of hard hitting in that third quarter, and late in the second quarter, things really picked up defensively for the two teams. And Tommy, as a defensive player, you can appreciate good, clean defensive football. We've seen North Attleboro doing an excellent job pressuring Stoughton's quarterbacks tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as any really defensive player, you'll seeing just the quarterback and nothing in between him and you. I mean, it's a great feeling, really.
Interesting that the score is 21-14. The first 2 Stoughton games of the year were 28-14 games. We're 1 touchdown away from a North Attleboro 28-14 lead. But Stoughton won those first 2 games, beating Franklin and Catholic Memorial in non-conference games. 3-1 in conference. They 2-1 in conference, I should say. They were able to beat Sharon and Stoughton the last 2 games, 2 shutouts. But the loss to Foxborough in the rain at Foxborough, 13-12 in the 3rd game of the season, is why Stoughton is 1 game behind North Attleboro in the standings. North Attleboro beat Foxborough last week. We are starting the 4th quarter. It's 2nd and 8 Stoughton on the 42. Johnny Medina, the senior backup quarterback, in there. Play fake, looks deep, gets hit hard, and that's Eberly putting pressure on Medina. No chance on that connection with Sanda. 3rd down coming up. More pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like I mean, offensive line really has no answer to these North Attleboro rushers.
So Adam Eberly, who has been prominent on the defense for North Attleboro, he's a senior, 5'8", 182.
And it's 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8. The Stoughton offense looking for some answers here with their backup quarterback in there. Evan Gibb is out, left late in the first half. 2 receivers out to the right. This is 3rd down and 8. Stoughton down 7. Medina, the senior, looks to the far side, swings it out for Showquist, tries to make something happen, but an excellent form tackle. And it's 4th down coming up.
From Medina to Showquist. Thomas Lockovich.
So Lockovich, once again, prominent for North Attleboro.
3, and it's 4th and 11.
Lockovich has played well in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been calling his name a few times.
Paul Feeney lining up for the punt.
Paul Feeney punting for Stoughton. 10:20 to go. 4th quarter. Stoughton down 7. And a near fumble. Covered up by Gamond at the 30.
Ryan Gamond.
So North Attleboro averting a turnover there with Gamond covering it up. They have it on the 31, 1st and 10.
But recovering it right around the 30.
So North Attleboro in control now, up 7 with the ball. 10:08 to go, 4th quarter. We just started the 4th quarter. Chad Peterson has 2 rushing touchdowns, the North Attleboro quarterback. Ranieri has a touchdown run for the Rocketeers as well.
I'd expect to see a lot more running in this drive, just the same you've been seeing all game long, just trying to take some time off the clock and drive down the field.
I'd also be worried about the guy along the near side, Bresco. He's had a couple big, long receptions in this game. McHugh is stopped for a loss, and that's a nice play by Burke. Loss of 3 or 4, Anthony Burke. Stoughton's defense looking to step up here with the Black Knights down 7. They mark it on the 28. That's a 3-yard loss. Good play by Anthony Burke.
Absolutely.
Back 3 yards.
He got penetration.
He came through completely free there. He was able to make the tackle, so it's a good play.
Anthony Burke, the senior, having an outstanding defensive season for Stoughton.
Burke having a conference there with Justin
So
Lee.
timeout called with 9:53 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 21-14 North Attleboro. It was 14-14 at halftime. Following a turnover, North Attleboro marched down the field and scored on a run by Chad Peterson, the senior quarterback, his second touchdown run of the game. It's 2nd and 13 on the 28. After the timeout, Bresco to the near side. Command out to the left. 2nd and long. McHugh cuts it upfield nicely. Beautiful run.
Oh my.
McHugh past
Oh
midfield.
my.
And Matt Hadley prevented perhaps a touchdown by bringing down McHugh near the 45.
Big run.
Gain of about 27. Ball on the Stoughton 45. Shifty running by McHugh on that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he's got 7 touchdowns on the year. And with running like that, you definitely can tell why. He's fast, he's shifty, he's a good running back.
He also, in addition to the 7 rushing touchdowns you mentioned, he had a touchdown reception last week against Foxborough. They had 2 touchdown receptions by the running backs last week. We haven't had any touchdown receptions in this game. We've had 5 rushing touchdowns in this game. 9:15 to go. North Attleboro on the move again. They run the jet sweep. Good gain down inside the 35. That's Nathan Pierce, and another first down for the Rocketeers.
First down for North Attleboro.
Ball at the 34 of Stoughton.
Matt Hadley kicking
This is a dangerous time now for the Black Knights. They're down 7.
So Big Red here.
North Attleboro is on the move with their running game. Stoughton's quarterback is out of the game. They've been using backup quarterback Johnny Medina, who has been getting lots of pressure by the North Attleboro defense. This game is running the risk of getting out of control unless the Stoughton defense can stop this rushing attack by North Attleboro. 1st and 10 on the 34. Up the middle, Peterson. Showquist stops him after a gain of about 7, down to the 27. Peterson with a design run again.
Alex Showquist with a tackle.
2nd and 3.
To the 27.
Nolan Buckley into the game, number 14. Along with Jonathan James for North Attleboro, number 17. North Attleboro in no hurry here. They're moving well. Stoughton's defense is on its heels. It's 2nd and 4 on the 27. The Rocketeers preserving a 7-point lead. Again, Peterson. And again, he gets positive yards close to the first down inside the 25. It's one thing to know that the quarterback is going to run the ball. It's another thing to stop it.
I mean, I've said it before, but with a guy like Chad Peterson, he's 6'3", 190. He's a big guy, and I mean, no matter how hard you try, he might just run you over.
Well, he did get the first down. The Stoughton defensive line struggling now to contain the North Attleboro rushing attack. McHugh, Ranieri, Peterson, the quarterback, have been very effective. Bresco comes to the near side, the receiver. 1st and 10. That's Ranieri. Another positive gain inside the 20. They're just getting good chunks of yardage. That's about a 6-yard gain. Stoughton unable to create 2nd and longs.
Yeah, that's really, I mean, North Attleboro, they got a good game plan going right now. Just run the ball, keep getting first downs, run the clock out.
Well, there's really no need to run, I should say, throw the ball when you're running so well. 2nd down and 4 on the 17. What Stoughton needs more than anything here is a turnover. And right now, North Attleboro is doing a good job holding on to the ball and being very effective with the running game. It's 2nd and 4 on the 17. Peterson hands. Wide open is Ranieri for more yardage inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal coming up. They are just ripping off chunks of yards, and the Stoughton defense is getting tired, I think, too.
Absolutely. I mean, this has been a long drive. It's been going on for at least the past 3 or 4 minutes, and it's exactly what North Attleboro is trying to do.
North Attleboro on the verge of going up 2 scores unless Stoughton's defense can come up with some answers, and they will need answers quick.
They were able
Ball
to
on the
make,
8.
They were able to make plays in the end zone last week with 2 end zone interceptions, but I mean, the way they're running the ball, I don't know if we'll see that.
First and goal on the 8. They bring 2 receivers out to the right. In motion is Pierce. He runs the jet sweep, and he's going to go in for the touchdown, I believe. He does. That was a really effective play. Nathan Pierce got the edge. They ran that jet sweep, and that's a touchdown for North Attleboro. It's 27-14, and Stoughton, for the first time in the game, down 2 scores with the extra point coming up.
Yeah, that was a good play there. I mean, they had 3 or 4 receivers split out wide and then run the ball and get it to the outside while the DBs are all covering the receivers. That's just a good play.
It's interesting because they showed that they might pass there, but they've been running so well. They just had a good play in mind with Pierce.
Absolutely.
And it's 28-14. 2 scores is the difference now in this game. In that 28-14 score I mentioned, Stoughton's already been involved in 2 28-14 games this season. However, they were on the winning side of those 2 games. This one, they are now down 14 in this crucial game in the Davenport. If North Attleboro were to hang on, they would go to 4-0 in the conference with a game next week. Stoughton would drop to 2-2. So Stoughton would not have the ability to catch North Attleboro after this game if it stays this way. Foxborough is playing Milford tonight. We'll wait for the result of that. But North Attleboro going for 3 straight division titles. They, as a program, last did that in 97 to 99. Mansfield was the last time to do that. In the league from 2010 to 13. So the Rocketeers on the verge of staying undefeated in this division and in the driver's seat to win this Davenport. Rue picks up the kickoff, and he is stuffed. Hit hard on another big play by Zach DiMatteo.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there. It looked like a John Rue. It was a bouncing kick, and looks like he bobbled a little bit picking it up, but he knew he just had to get a few yards at least and wasn't able to do that.
Zach DiMatteo, who is a senior and a very effective defensive player, he's 5'11", 235. He outweighs Jean Rue by 85 pounds. And that was a big hit. 1st and 10 for Stoughton, down 14. Medina, short pass to Hadley along the near side. He's contained and wrestled out of bounds near the 25. Short gain. They're going to need bigger chunks of yardage than that if they're going to get back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they could mimic the that last North Attleboro drive, I mean, that definitely would help, being able to just get big chunks every couple plays, but we'll see what they can do here.
Stoughton's big play in this game was a 65-yard run by Justin Lee with 3 seconds to go in the first half. Came out of nowhere. It looked like they were going to be down at halftime. The game was tied at halftime after that spectacular play. Johnny Medina is the backup quarterback to Evan Gibb, who left the game late in the first half. It's 2nd down and 4 on the 24. Medina rolling to his right, being chased, throws it deep, and it is incomplete, intended for Gonzalez. He was pressured again by a couple defensive linemen on North Attleboro. Medina's been under the gun here in the 4th quarter.
Absolutely, but I like where he was going with that play. I mean, Ruben Gonzalez, he has that big play capability. We've even seen it in this game. He's had a couple long catches, so that's what they're going to need to do this drive if they want to keep their chances of winning alive.
3rd and 4 on the 24, down 14. Needing a first down to keep the drive alive. I guess you have to wonder if they don't get it here, would they go for it on 4th down with 5.5 to go in the game? But we'll see if they can convert here on 3rd and 4 on the 24. Johnny Medina, the senior. Quick pass, and that's caught by Gonzalez, and that is near a first down. Gonzalez had a couple good possession receptions in the first drive of the game, leading to the touchdown. And that's a first down. 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Stoughton down 14. 5:15 and running. Medina, the quick pass again. Short passes. The long pass capability has been diminished somewhat because the defensive line of North Attleboro has been putting a lot of pressure on Medina.
Absolutely. They've been in that backfield maybe 1 or 2 seconds after they snap, so
it's 2nd and 5. Now he goes deep. They tried a quick play with Gonzalez, but he was well covered. He was well covered by Schultz. So it's 3rd down. They tried a long pass, but they tried to get the play off quickly, and the connection was not there.
absolutely. That's good defense right there. It looked like he kind of stuffed him at the line and wasn't able to get him going down the field. So, I mean, that's a good play by the defender, but I like where they're going with that pass.
3rd and 5 on the 33. Stoughton down 14. Hadley and Rue out to the left, 2 receivers out to the right. 3rd down play. Medina rolls right. Incomplete for Gonzalez. He was open too.
Yeah, that's, I mean, they probably wish they had Evan Gibb back there for that play, but that's a tough play. I mean, now we got to see what they do on 4th down.
It's always tough when you're a backup quarterback coming into a game. You're thrust into the action, and this is a big game. Medina's taken a couple hits, but he's hanging in there. He's completed a few passes, but they need a big play soon. It's 4th and 5, and really, if they have any chance in this game, they most likely need to convert here on 4th and 5. No reason to punt at this point of the game. 4th down play, 4th down and 5, 4:37 to go, 4th quarter. Medina takes the snap. He's hit, and that's incomplete. Again, big pressure. And that on that play was Bradford White, the senior, in on Medina. North Attleboro will take over on downs, up 14 and in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, that effectively took control of the game there. I mean, you hate to see it, but it looked like Medina was getting up a little bit slowly there. Hope there's not another injury, so we'll see.
So all the touchdowns in this game have come via the run. 4 rushing touchdowns for North Attleboro, 2 by the quarterback Peterson, 1 by Ranieri, 1 on that play here in the 4th quarter by Nathan Pierce. We had Alex Showquist with the running score for Stoughton on the first drive of the game. Stoughton got off to a good start in this game. Then we had the 65-yard run by Lee just before halftime. 28-14 North Attleboro. This is Ranieri. Ranieri stays on his feet and takes 3 Stoughton defenders with him to the 27. Tough running by the Rocketeers. 6-yard gain. Nick Ranieri.
Yeah, Stoughton's got to hope to get something going real quick here, or else we might be looking at another score.
At this point, North Attleboro is content to just milk time and run the clock. They really haven't thrown the ball very much in the second half. They've had a couple big plays by their receiver, Resco. But in general, this running game has been highly effective. Now they run the near side with Ranieri again. That's a first down inside the 20, inside the 15, and he gets to the 15, I should say, and that's a first down for North Attleboro. 3:39 on the clock. So the Knights in danger of falling to 4-2 and 2-2 in the Davenport. Clock running, 3.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Coming into the game, Stoughton had been allowing 8 points a game, but unfortunately tonight, North Attleboro has 28 points on a very effective running attack. Ranieri, big gain again, close to the 5, stays on his feet, inside the 5. He is running with a high degree of toughness.
Absolutely. You just mentioned how Stoughton's averaging about like 8 points on defense, and it's tough to control backfield of Peterson and Ranieri. So they definitely showed why they're a good combo.
Well, again, this program, North Attleboro, they are a powerhouse. Don Johnson, 73 and 22 overall, will be 74 and 22 with this win. Should it stay North Attleboro's way right now, they're up 14 and threatening to score again. About 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. First and goal on the 4. Peterson takes the snap. Ranieri again gets down to close to the 1. North Attleboro has 7 state championships in its history. 1973, 74, 1993, 97, 98, 99, 3 in a row, and 2002 was their last state championship. Lost by 7 last year to Duxbury, the state champs last year. They came close last year. They were behind in that game. They made a run late, and they lost to Duxbury, but they have a team that looks like they can compete for a state championship this year.
The way they've been playing tonight, it definitely looks like it.
And here's Peterson going in for his 3rd touchdown of the game from 2 yards away. Chad Peterson, 4 rushing touchdowns for the season, 3 of them tonight. 34-14 North Attleboro, extra point coming up. And the Rocketeers will stay undefeated in the Davenport.
The way he's been playing tonight, it's surprising that he's only had 1 touchdown or 1 rushing touchdown before this game.
So we'll see if they can go up 21 here. Jeff Wilson. (35-14) North Attleboro. So just repeating the Division III South standings coming into the game. Duxbury and North Attleboro were 2 of 5 teams, along with Stoughton, at 4-1 in the Division III South. But that's going to change. North Attleboro will now go 5-1 in the Division III South. Next week, they play Canton, and they will most likely come away with a win in that game. It's hard to say for sure, but Canton has not won a game yet, and when you look at a team like North Attleboro, it's hard to say that they will lose in a game where the team coming in has not won a game in the division, pending tonight's action. But 26 points a game coming into the game. Now they have 35 points in the game. And when you have a running attack that can get a lot of extra yards with tough running to go with a hard-hitting defense, that's a pretty good combination. And your quarterback is a strong arm on top of that.
Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
So North Attleboro are looking good as they eye the postseason. They will stay undefeated in the Davenport after tonight. Rue is tackled by a host of players. We are winding this game down with 1:42 to go. Stoughton is down 35-14. Stoughton will drop to 4-2 overall, 2-2 in the Davenport. Next week at Milford. Season of transition for Stoughton. All their games away this year from Stoughton High School. 2 games here at this terrific facility, the W.B. Mason Stadium. Your school has got a beautiful field here.
Yeah, it is.
1st and 10 on the 27. Medina looking way downfield for Rue. Incomplete. This field, by the way, was named after Tim Coglin, a football student athlete and member of the Stonehill class of 1980. He was the managing director of Canton Fitzgerald Securities in Eastmead when he lost his life in the attacks on the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. So this field named in honor of Cogs.
Absolutely. I mean, his whole family has been they've been a big factor in the Stonehill football program.
2nd and 10.
Second down and 10. Incomplete. On the long pass play, 3rd down and long coming up.
Ruben Gonzalez looking for it. Out of reach. Walking it back to the
So Stoughton, 2 games here at W.B. Mason Stadium. Now they go back on the road next week against Milford. Greg Burke knew this was going to be a year of transition without a lot of key players from last year. They've done very well to go 4-2. Game at Milford next week. Should be a good game. Chance to go 5-2 overall if they can win that. 3rd and 10 on the 27. Medina to the near side for Rue. Fourth down coming up. Minute 19 left in the 4th quarter.
And a 4 or 5 there. Five-yard gain, and it's
Johnny Medina replaced Evan Gibb late in the first half. Gibb left after taking a hard hit on a 4th down play. He fielded a low snap and was hit by several defenders.
You got to give Medina credit. I mean, he came into a tough situation. He's been handling it pretty well.
4th down play. Medina rolling to his right. Looks upfield, and that's a completion. Nicely done. To around midfield. And that was caught by Sanda.
Medina connects with Collins.
So it's 1st and 10 for Stoughton. Johnny Medina with a nice pass play to Colin Sanda, good possession receiver.
Out of bounds. Just shy of the 50.
And you know, we mentioned that play with Gibb. It's hard to say that that was the play that led to him leaving the game. Hard to speculate. Did not have his shoulder pads on along the sideline, we were told, to start the 3rd quarter. Medina has played the entire half. He's taken some hard hits, but he's been hanging in there. Nice completion to Sanda on that last play. Medina takes the snap, looks deep, and that is nearly picked off and then dropped.
Johnny Medina fires a bullet right in the
So Gonzalez was not able to come up with it. Ryan Boyle almost had the interception. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's not something you see very often with a Ruben Gonzalez drop, but I mean, that's tough with a defender in his face. Might have even gotten a hand on the ball there, so that's a good play by the defense, and that's a good placed ball too.
2nd and 10 on the 49. Stoughton down 21 late in the game. Medina, deep, seam pass to Lee, and that could be a touchdown. Lee goes in, a 2nd touchdown for Justin Lee in this game. How do you like that? Johnny Medina to Justin Lee.
A little late game dramatics never hurt.
Well, I think that's a confidence boost for Johnny Medina. Beautiful pass to Justin Lee, who was wide open for the long touchdown reception. Nice to see Johnny Medina getting a touchdown pass to his running back. And the North Attleboro defense has not been able to contain Justin Lee at the end of halves here. That's been about the only thing they haven't done well in this game, really. It's 35-20 with the extra point coming up.
Extra point is good.
So Johnny Medina to Justin Lee on a long pass play. And Stoughton brings it down to a 14-point game with 53 seconds to go. Johnny Medina to Justin Lee, who has 2 touchdowns, and that was our first touchdown pass of the game.
Absolutely. And you have to think, I mean, 53 seconds, it's obviously a long shot, but that obviously gives some confidence. And if they can get this onside kick, you never know what could happen.
Well, most likely they will try the the onside kick. Down 14, 53 seconds to go. Justin Lee with one long touchdown run in this game and one long touchdown reception. But it's a 14-point deficit that Stoughton faces. We've been presuming the North Attleboro is on its way to a victory. Still looking good for North Attleboro, but a nice confidence-boosting touchdown pass. That pass play to Sanda to keep the drive alive was a good pass.
Absolutely.
And then Medina to Lee.
Next week, Stoughton will be at Milford, 7 p.m. game on Friday night.
35-21. Here's Josh Kochi.
They'll be hosting Canton next Friday night at Community Field.
They do try the onside kick, and it's covered up nicely by North Attleboro. Aiden Harding, the senior, part of the hands team for North Attleboro.
That's always a stressful position, being right in the middle there on the hands team. You know the ball's coming to you in some direction, so that's a good play by him covering it up.
Made the short kick, hoping to recover that.
So the game will be winding down at this point with North Attleboro in possession, up 14. We were tied at halftime. North Attleboro took control of this game after a turnover. They marched down the field, took the lead at 21-14, and they were totally in control of the game after that with good defense, hard hitting, a really good running attack. Stoughton scoring late here in the second half, but Ranieri will take it, get a few yards as the clock winds down, and this game is all but over here. So North Attleboro will improve to 5-1 overall, but more importantly, 4-0 in the Davenport in the driver's seat. If they can beat Canton next week, the game is at North Attleboro. In the driver's seat to go undefeated.
I mean, if they play like they did tonight, I think it should be a pretty easy game next week for them.
They take a knee, and that'll be the game. We were tied at halftime. Evan Gibb left the game late in the first half for Stoughton. North Attleboro with 21 points unanswered in the second half. A 14-14 game became 35-14, and in spite of a late touchdown by Justin Lee, North Attleboro with the victory. So once again, the final score, North Attleboro 35 and Stoughton 21. Stoughton drops to 4-2 overall. Tommy, a pleasure working with you tonight and last week. Good luck in your studies here at Stoughton and with your team.
Thank you very much.
Stonehill.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being here.
North Attleboro beats Stoughton 35-21. I'm Steve Vecchione. You've been watching Stoughton Black Knights football on Stoughton Media Access.